From a young age, we're taught that kindness is a virtue, to put others first, to give without expecting anything in return. But what if being too kind isn't just draining? What if it's dangerous? In today's world, kindness can be a double-edged sword. While you're busy caring for others, you might not notice how that generosity is quietly eating away at your energy, finances, and emotional well-being. In fact, being overly nice can cost you your peace. Or wire. Today, you learn 8 harsh consequences of being too nice, and more importantly, 4 solid strategies to stop people from taking advantage of your good heart. Let's dive into it. 1. You expect too much in return. It's human nature, when we give, we secretly hope for something back, even if it's just appreciation. But when that doesn't happen, it hurts. Stoic philosophy teaches us not to tie our happiness to other people's actions. The more you rely on others for emotional validation, the more vulnerable you become to disappointment. And the truth is, when you're always there for people, they begin to believe you'll always be. You build an expectation in them and in yourself. So when the day comes that you need help, you're often met with silence. Because you train them to believe you don't need anything. That's the painful paradox of kindness without boundaries. 2. People start to see you as a giver. The more you give without limits, the more others come to expect it. Not out of malice, but habit. We're creatures of routine, and if you're always there to save the day, they'll stop learning how to stand on their own. And here's the hard part. The more you sacrifice, the more invisible your needs become. Rarely will someone tell you, "Hey, you've done enough, take care of yourself." Because why would they? Your generosity benefits them, but it's costing you. 3. Your own dreams get pushed aside. When you're constantly prioritizing others, your own goals slowly fade into the background. You begin to live reactively, responding to what others need, instead of actively building the life you want. The Stoics believed that we must live with purpose, with clarity, and with our own responsibilities front and center. When you abandon your own path to walk someone else's, you risk losing your identity. And sometimes, the busiest people, the ones who are always helping, are just trying to avoid themselves, avoid the silence, avoid the hurt. But no matter how much you distract yourself, you can't run from what's within. 4. People will mistake your kindness for weakness. Yes, it's true. The more you say yes, the more others assume you'll never say no. Over time, this leads to a shift in how you're perceived. You're no longer seen as strong, capable, or assertive, but as someone they can lean on, or worse, walk over. But something changes the moment you start setting boundaries. You'll notice the look in people's eyes, the shift from expectation to respect. Saying no isn't rude, it's powerful. And the moment you start saying it, you stop being a convenience and start being seen as a person. 5. You'll attract the wrong people. The energy you put out attracts people with matching energy. If you're constantly giving, without limits, you'll start to notice a pattern. People showing up only when they need something. These aren't friends. They're opportunists. And the more drained you become, the lower your vibration, the more of these types you'll attract. Instead of building healthy, mutual relationships, you find yourself surrounded by takers. High energy draws high-quality people. But if you're exhausted, depleted, and unbalanced, don't be surprised when only the needy find their way into your life. 6. You could develop unhealthy coping mechanisms. Overgiving often leads to burnout. And when you're emotionally drained, you're more likely to reach for distractions, alcohol, overeating, endless scrolling, or even harmful relationships, just to feel a sense of relief or escape. You may not notice it at first, but the people who love you will. Listen to them. It's hard to hear when someone says you're spiraling, but it's often said out of love. Stoicism encourages self-control, and recognizing when you're slipping is the first step toward recovery. 7. People will question your motives. It's sad, but true. Extreme kindness can trigger suspicion. Why is this person being so helpful? What do they really want? In a world that's grown used to self-interest, pure intentions can seem suspicious. You might find that instead of gratitude, people respond to your kindness with doubt. It's not your fault. But it is a reminder that giving without boundaries can sometimes backfire, especially when people assume there's a hidden agenda behind your compassion. 8. Your mental and emotional health will decline. You can't pour from an empty cup. And if you keep trying, you'll end up mentally and emotionally drained. You'll feel resentment, fatigue, even depression. Stoicism teaches balance, not martyrdom. It reminds us that moderation is strength, not selfishness. So, how do you protect your peace without becoming cold or selfish? Here are 4 powerful strategies to protect your kindness and peace of mind. 1. Check in with yourself often. Pay attention to your emotions. If helping someone leaves you feeling exhausted, frustrated, or resentful, that's your body and mind waving red flags. You're not being selfish by listening to yourself. You're being smart. Reflect regularly. Ask, am I giving from abundance or from depletion? Am I helping out of love or obligation? Self-awareness is the key to emotional freedom. 2. Get comfortable saying no. This one word can save your life, literally and emotionally. Say no when it's too much. Say no when it compromises your peace. Say no without explaining yourself. Practice it, out loud, in the mirror. Remind yourself, saying no isn't rejection, it's protection. It's how you make room for the right people and the right priorities. 3. Block out time just for you. Set sacred time every day or week that belongs only to you. Treat it like a meeting you cannot miss. Whether it's journaling, working out, meditating, or just resting, guard that time with intensity. When people ask for your help during that window, it's okay to reschedule. You're not being difficult. You're honoring yourself. 4. Distance yourself from energy vampires. Not everyone deserves your time. Some people thrive on negativity, drama, and emotional chaos. You can't save them, and you shouldn't try. The Stoics remind us to act with wisdom, and sometimes wisdom means walking away. Protect your mental space by setting strong emotional boundaries. Love people from afar if you have to, but don't let them drain the life out of you. In conclusion, being kind is powerful, but kindness without limits becomes a burden. The Stoic path is about balance, not giving too little, not giving too much. Give with heart, but give with wisdom. Protect your energy, your time, and your mental peace. And remember, saying no might be the kindest thing you do for yourself. And if this resonated with you, take a moment to reflect on how you've been showing up in your life. You don't need to stop being kind, just start being kind to yourself too.